Hey everyone, welcome back to another Stock Market Open live stream. Today, it's Friday. Finally, it's a crazy long week. It felt like, I don't know about you, but I felt like it was just work. Although I did get to take a golf lesson and learn some bowling with Jack. I've never taken a bowling lesson before, so that was kind of cool. Because then you actually know what to potentially practice when you go. It's surprisingly not that expensive either. But anyway, let's take a look at what's going on today. You kind of got a little bit of a mixed start to today. Nothing seems super enthusiating, if that's a word. You did just have Amazon announce that they're going to throw another $4 billion at Anthropic. I mean, these AI companies are just getting so much freaking money because really they don't want to get like the big boys. They don't want to get left behind. Amazon doesn't want Apple to beat them, although I feel like everybody's beating Apple. Facebook doesn't want Amazon to beat them. So the more you get like Amazon throwing more money, another $4 billion at AI, the more you're really just driving this whole, we will stop at nothing to develop new LLMs. They will be the best commodity in the world. My hay barrel or bushel will be larger than your bushel. Okay, whatever. So, welcome in. We've got the Q's down about 13 basis points, yield slightly down. Expectations for the Fed, if I jump on over to interest rate probabilities, we're looking at about a 59.6% chance that the Fed's actually going to cut in the December meeting. All right, let's write this note down quickly, though, on Anthropic, since it is just breaking news. Okay, Anthropic. And we will write down that they are expanding their collaboration with AWS. This will include $4 billion investment from Amazon and establishes AWS as primary partner. Okay. And then what else do we have here? This will bring Amazon's total investment into Anthropic at $8 billion, and there's still a minority investor. Wow. That's crazy. Okay. Then we have, let's see here. No? All right. Yeah, that's kind of it on Anthropic. Yeah, I don't actually particularly see that terribly much news today. I mean, it's so far, I expect it to be mostly a chill day. And the catalysts we're going to be looking for, S&P PMIs and then U of M. And so I'll just write down the expectations right now. So manufacturing, 48.9, services, 55, and composite, 54.3. U of M is expected to have 1 year inflation at 2.7%, 5 to 10 year inflation at 3.1%. And then current conditions, which is another one markets like to see, are expected to be matched at 64.4. So we'll see what ends up happening with those. Those, by the way, let's see here. We've got U of M out at 7 a.m. PT, S&P PMIs out at 6:45 a.m. PT. So keep an eye on that. Okay, it looks like you're getting a little bit of a sell down there on Amazon. Probably because it ran up on the announcement, and now it's kind of like, yeah, no thanks, of the Anthropic deal. So we'll see. I think really, I don't really have a sense of which way the market's going to go today. Sometimes I have a suspicion, and I like my suspicions. So like yesterday, for example, I wrote, NVIDIA earnings should be seen as good enough. There's no bomb here to kill the market momentum. And, I talked about being bullish Supermicro under 30. And then, not that one, I want to look at today's. And then if I look at today's alpha report, that's what I said yesterday. But if you look at today's alpha report, it just kind of gives you a summary that, yeah, yesterday NVIDIA was up like 53 basis points, so basically flat. Qs were up 36, basically flat. Super Micro was up 15%. So yeah, if you don't have the alpha report yet, I don't know, you're missing out. You should have that sent to you. So go to meetkevin.com/alpha to sign up for that. Okay, so again, pretty chill here. Oh, let's see here. Yeah, Super Micro's at 4. App Lovin' bleeding a little bit. It looks like it just peaked out essentially at 342. You had a red day yesterday. You're doing another red today. Let's see what happens. SoFi's trying to get to $18. That's what's next. Robinhood's getting back to the 35.24 line, which isn't great for them because it potentially sends them back to 30. So watch that. A lot of that's just going to depend on what direction things move today. And right now you've got a little bit of this sort of profit taking going on at really not so much Bitcoin, at Coinbase. So look at Coinbase. Coinbase extended past 320 twice, once to 347, once to 341. And it keeps coming back under my 320 line. And when it loses 320, it loses 300. So it's possible that because people think the market's going to be closed over the weekend, Bitcoin could hit 102 and then sell down. People don't want to be caught holding Coinbase going into the what's it called? Over the weekend and then into Monday. So there is a possibility that we're going to be, looking at essentially some more red today on this puppy. No guarantees. I mean, who knows? Maybe you'll get a run, but I wouldn't be surprised to see a little bit of nervousness on coin. And I also, in the alpha report this morning, I sent a note about volatility on it and some call option suggestions. So take a look at that. I find it very interesting. Okay, so then we have about 2 minutes to go until the bell. So let's hop in here and get our CNB sizzle cooking. And then we'll watch what happens with the Qs at open. Write down or just go to ehack.com if you want to see the data, and then you'll be able to compare to the data. I won't be able to cover the data because I've got to run a little early today. We're taking the kiddos on a little vacation. So I got a lot of prep to do. So that'll be fun. Okay, and what else do we have here? So let's see. 1 minute to go. What do we want at the top? Let's put at the top Bitcoin to see how it reacts. Let's put Tesla at the top. Put SoFi up there. Let's have Palantir on the radar. Let's have the Qs up there. Let's have Super Micro up there. Let's have Enphase up there. Let's have the longer bond yields up there. Okay, still on my line. Let's go ahead. We're ready to cook.
This is what's going to happen.
It's a very small acquisition.
Very small.
For a company of this size.
They now can blow it out. They weren't able to blow it out. But I guess it's more of a metaphorical issue. I think that they're doing what they can, and that's very smart.
Stock has not been a participant in this recent rally.
I told Raymond, your stock, the stock is incredibly hard to, because every day you get up and there's someone, you have an RFK, and maybe he decides, he steps on a bag of Frito-Lay and crunches it and says, this is what's happening. Stock goes down too. Different government. More theatrical, more Roger Ailes-like, more Fox.
Let's get the opening bell here in the CNBC Real-Time Exchange. The big board, it's Brazilian.
All right. Here we go. Qs just popped up. A little bit of a pop-up. Let's see which they can hold and which way it's going to go. A little bit of pop on Tesla. Down move there on SoFi. Watch Qs. I think you really want the Qs for directionality today, because Bitcoin's not giving you directionality other than down. If Bitcoin is leading and a leading indicator here, and it's now moving down, we might be shifting to the red playbook on the Qs here. Now, who knows? We've seen it plenty of times before where, you know, you have some volatility the first 30 minutes. I mean, we had it yesterday, right? I mean, look at yesterday. Didn't we like tank right out of the open? And then we totally rebounded. It was crazy. Look at this. Look at yesterday. Tank, tank, tank. And you didn't actually start rebounding until an hour later. And then you almost made it. I mean, you didn't make it all the way back. Actually, you almost made it all the way back. That's crazy. So I don't know what it is lately. The first hour of trading is a little trashy. But yeah, don't trust the first minute candle. Like, let the first 5 minutes give you some guidance here. And then obviously set some trailing losses in that. It's always exciting to get a trade in though. So what do we at? Negative 14, 15 basis points now in the Qs. Yeah, Tesla's now moving red. I've got Bitcoin continuing to move red. I feel like Bitcoin is leading here. And the concern I have in the red playbook, if I switch to red playbook, I'm looking at 499 on the Qs if we end up keeping red, and then a slower return on coin down towards 244. I don't think it's going to get to 244 today. I just think that's your next stop if you continue to get. I mean, you got a green candle here right now, but it's again 1 minute. If you get a larger red day today, I think that's the stop. But again, still getting crazy volatility here in the first few minutes. Way too soon to tell what direction we're going to go. Okay. Nvidia, nothing major here. What's moving big? Let's see what's moving biglies. Biglies, I've got Rocket Lab up 5%. I've got Peloton up 5%. How funny. You know, I wrote in the alpha report, watch Peloton for $10 today on the bullish side. I've got Upwork is up 2-3. How have they been moving, by the way? I've really been keeping an eye on the valuation here. Yeah, I mean, after earnings, it popped, came down. Now it's trying to come up again. So you had a little bit of a settling out there. Okay. All right. Enphase down a little, though, holding on to about 63. Supermicro 4.5, trying to figure out a direction. Tesla back to about 1%. Bitcoin's about to be at 98 again, which is good. Here we go. Look at Tesla. Tesla's going to push. It looks like 347 again. I don't know that it's going to happen today, but one of these days, Tesla is going to break through 347. And I think that's its move to 400. That's not to say that, you know, its valuation is great right now. It's high. It is, you know, something that does have downside risk, of course, as anything does in a more recessionary environment. But I'm watching that one. I don't know if it'll happen today, but I'm watching it. It's just all over the place with the numbers today. Kind of remarkable. So let's see here. Somebody says Reddit. Oh, yeah, and it looks like snow. Reddit. Oh, Reddit dropping about 7.9% here. Yikes. Yeah, coming off the high. 158 high here, not bad. So, okay, what you're going to have to watch for, and I'm going to have to go. I know it's like super short, and I apologize about that. Yeah, that's just, I guess, the way it is. But what you're really going to want to pay attention to today is get those PMIs out of the way. It is possible that markets are just tenuous, honestly, on the PMIs. And yes, that does mean I'm going to have to do the course live a little bit later. So I'm just going to make a little note in the course live section. We'll do it a little later. But watch PMIs because they could really dictate where we go with the market. So do know that as well. If you're trading, watch the data dump in 10 minutes. Course live today will be delayed. Stay tuned. Oh yeah, I don't like doing that, but sometimes it happens. So watch the data dump. I think PMIs are going to be more important than sentiment data, and I think they could actually be decent. These are the November preliminary numbers. They should be strong, which would probably be bad for bonds and good for stocks. So if I had to guess on them, I'd lean bullish, but I'd have my positions ready to trim with stop losses. In the meantime, I think there's a chance Super Micro is going to 44. So, and you've got, you're like momentuming right now. Super Micro's got the momentum. Reddit's losing the momentum. Bitcoin's losing the momentum. Tesla's just having a lot of problems between 337 and 340. And the Qs are nicely rising right now. That must mean Nvidia's going green. Yeah, Nvidia's about to gain. Almost. So, all right, very well. So I gotta go. Yes, very well. So appreciate y'all being here. Make sure to sign up for the alpha report. Go to meetkevin.com/alpha report. And you'll see a lot more. So we get that alpha report every day. Market's open. I don't know if I should send them on the weekends. I guess only if there's like news or something. Maybe I'll send one on the weekend, but I usually don't. But anyway, folks, thank you. We'll see you soon. Love y'all. Goodbye and good luck.